everybody. Hopefully you're having a great day. We're going to talk about this report from Adam Schefter that AJ Brown is likely going to become a Patriot after June 1st. So I have this story here from Adam. We'll go through it, look at, I guess, what information he actually gave to us. And if you're like me and you're kind of ready for this story to be over, I guess this is now the latest development that after June 1st, as it says, tracking to happen, AJ Brown will be traded to the Patriots. Both sides have discussed the deal, like we already knew that. After June 1st, when Brown's 40 million salary cap charge would be split between this year and next. So I feel like we always knew June 1st was the date that the Eagles would be interested in moving AJ Brown, if at all, because salary cap implications. And what do you know? Because of those salary cap implications, it's likely to happen after June 1st. So somehow, elements in place, blah, blah, blah. The Patriots' pursuit of Brown, they'll definitely be engaging then. It's kind of more of the same, just kind of spun a little differently. Talking about let's see what Eagles aren't concerned about adding draft capital for this week's draft because this week's draft is before June 1st. So I guess that makes sense. But acquiring additional picks in 2027 and 28, even more enticing to them. Once again, post June 1st. Picks in future years, yeah. Okay, so the Eagles in the offseason, they have signed Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore, traded for Dontavian Wicks. I mean, look for I guess Jalen Hurts and Devonta Smith. You add these three in, it's an intriguing wide receiver group. I mean, Hollywood Brown has been meh, if you ask me, but who knows? In the right system, maybe he looks a little better. Wicks seems like a guy who gets open, has issue with drops, but there's something there. And Elijah Moore, I feel like he's dealt with some. Well, he's with the Jets last year, so you know how that goes. Let's see. Patriots remain at the forefront. We got that. Yeah, another team could always emerge, and there's a lot of time between now and June 1st. So he's likely to become a Patriot unless somebody else steps in before they actually make a deal, which they don't have, but it seems likely. That's the report. The other part of this that I find very interesting is there are people saying that, ESPN and the Patriots are like working to get this report out there to, I guess, distract from the Vrabel Rossini stuff. Which, by the way, since this report, Vrabel did address the media where he said he's had difficult conversations with people that he cares about. And he also said that the team, the fans, his family will get the best version of him going forward. Which, look, whatever did or didn't happen between he and Diana Rossini, that's between them two. Obviously, Rossini, for her profession, like credibility and everything's been hurt. She stepped away from the Athletic. We'll see if she pops up anywhere after the fact. I didn't think there was ever any threat to like Vrabel's job or anything, but yes, he would have to have conversations, one with his family about the whole thing because they would love to know what was going on and what everybody's reporting about. And if the team, if they are still going to stand behind their coach, if they're going to listen to him, they're going to like actually let him coach, then it's kind of a non-factor. But the other part is the fact that people think ESPN would do this to protect Vrabel and the Patriots, I think is kind of laughable when ESPN has made a habit of kind of using Patriots' downfall for their gain. Remember, Tom Brady, Patriot, they always try to build up these other quarterbacks to act like they were better than Tom Brady. They wanted to build up their golden boy, Peyton Manning, or whether it was Big Ben, don't catch me in Milledgeville, Georgia, Roethlisberger, or whoever, Eli, aw shucks, Manning, like they did everything they could to discredit what Brady did. When it came to Belichick, because Belichick wasn't Rex Ryan and wasn't like instant sound bites, they took whatever chance they could to denigrate what he did. Remember, it's the same network that let Tom Jackson go on the air and talk about they hate their coach. Fast forward, they won a couple more Super Bowl titles, and it is what it is. The same network that, rolled Mark Brunell out there to cry about Deflategate on, well, I think it was a Sports Center that he did that on as well. Yeah, now all of a sudden they're going to sit here and try to protect New England. Like, I don't get that part of it either. But, I guess the timing is why everybody's looking at that. So, there's more I could go into on that, but that's neither here nor there. So, ultimately, what do we know? A.J. Brown is still an Eagle. There's still a chance they may trade him. And if they do, there's a chance the Patriots will get him after June 1st. So basically stuff you probably would have said anyway. But obviously with Schefter reporting it, I guess it gives the story a little bit more credence, a little more legs to stand on, because this is literally Schefter's job to be an NFL insider. So the assumption will be that he obviously talked to enough people, pieced it together to come up with this report. So once again, if you're like me and you're kind of done with this story, I guess let me know. Do you believe it? Do you think A.J. Brown will be a Patriot after June 1st? Let me know. Because for me, it's if A.J. Brown is actually dealt to the Patriots June 1st, then I'm assuming the Patriots won't use pick 31 on a wide receiver unless that means a Pop Douglas, a Kayshon Boutte, or one of them are probably going to be shipped out. I don't know necessarily if I would like that. I feel like we saw glimpses of what Pop Douglas could do in this offense as a downfield threat. I think he can build off of that. And Boutte and Drake May already have a pretty good connection that I feel like could only get stronger second year in McDaniel's offense. But I get it. If you get A.J. Brown, he is an established guy, whereas, Pop, Kayshon Boutte are still developing. I think that's probably what the Patriots have to weigh in all of this. Now, obviously, Vrabel, there's the video that's going around again of Vrabel's reaction to A.J. Brown being traded from Tennessee on draft night. He gets it from the chair, walks around the room. Clearly wasn't a fan of the deal. So, for Vrabel, this would be a chance to kind of reunite with the guy that he didn't want gone in the first place. He would give them, I guess, your technical Stephon Diggs number one receiver replacement, even though I think Romeo Doubs can be very productive in McDaniel's system as well. So I guess it comes down to Brown, Doubs, I guess Mac Hollins, and Pop / Kayshon Boutte. I feel like I'm missing a wide receiver, but that top four better than I guess what Doubs, Douglas, Hollins, Boutte. I guess Brown is your one and Doubs is your two. Sounds better, but we'll obviously see if this pans out because, like the report says, unless some other team steps in, which I've seen reports like could Buffalo step in to drive the price up on New England? Because I feel like Schefter is also saying, also in this, that the Patriots are the only ones that are like interested in A.J. Brown right now. With I guess the Rams kind of sent out there as a possibility. So if New England's not betting against anybody, then I guess if the Eagles are really hell bent on moving A.J. Brown, then yeah, he'll be a Patriot. But I guess until June 2nd or somewhere around there, I guess we'll have to settle for reports like this because we know more are coming. Just wait for it. If the Patriots go through the draft and they don't draft a wide receiver, this report will pop back up. Absolutely. So, but yeah, I just wanted to give you my quick thoughts on it. Like I said, I'm fine. with the wide receiver room right now, I'd be okay if they brought in AJ Brown. Right now, I'm at the point where I'm more excited for like May in his second year in McDaniel's system and kind of the leaps and bounds that he makes and how much better that makes them offensively, as well as hopefully a a healthy season from Will Campbell at left tackle. Jared Wilson is now in his normal position at center. Elijah Vera Tucker, you cross your fingers, he can be healthy. And then you have Onwenu and Moses on the right side. I feel like that could be a much better offensive line than what the Patriots had last season. Trust me, they will draft along the offensive line as well. So, yeah. But it's draft week. This is the kind of stuff that, is exciting for us NFL fans, right? So, yeah. So as I said before, let me know if you have any thoughts on this story of A.J. Brown and the Patriots. Do you think it's a smokescreen and A.J. Brown just stays in Philly? Or do you think he ends up on the Patriots after June 1st? Let's have a conversation down below. But until I see you next time, be safe. God bless. I'm out of here. All right. Bye.